Welcome back to Open Mic between Erin
And Aminah. Hi
Yes!
guys. Today we are talking about the super short but kind of savage little fable called The Mole and His Mother.
Savage is honestly the right word. Okay,
Yes,
quick
yes.
recap for anyone who hasn't read it. There's this little mole, and he tells his mom, "Hey, you said I was blind, but I'm sure I can see."
Bold claim moles are literally known for being blind. That's kind of their whole thing.
Right, so the mom's like, "Okay, buddy, let's test that." She puts a little piece of frankincense in front of him and asks him to tell her what is it.
And he says it's a pebble, which it's not, obviously. It's intense. It has a smell, not really a shape you would recognize by sight anyway.
Exactly, and that's when the mom drops the ultimate rose. "Well, son, that proves you lost your sense of smell too, on top of being blind."
Okay, let's actually get into it. First question, who's the main character here and how would you describe him?
That's gonna be the little mole. And honestly,
Oh.
I say he is confident but kind of denial. He really believes he can see even though biologically moles just cannot.
Yeah, young, a bit naive, and maybe a little prideful too. He doesn't want to admit he's got a weakness.
Okay, next one. What's the main problem he is actually facing?
I think it's basically denial. He refused to accept that he's blind, and that gap between what he believes about himself and what's actually true, that's a whole conflict.
Like he is trying to convince himself just as much as he's trying to convince his mom.
Totally. Okay, next. Why do you think he made that decision in insisting he could see?
Honestly, I think it's pride. Nobody wants to be told you're blind, especially not by your own mother.
Yeah.
So instead of accepting it, he pushes back.
Yeah. And maybe he genuinely didn't realize how impaired he was. He might not even be lying on purpose. He might actually believe it.
Which leads right into question 4. What motivates his action overall?
I would say it's that need to feel capable, wanting to prove himself, wanting to be seen as normal instead of the blind mole.
Honestly, relatable. Nobody likes admitting they can do something.
Okay, question 5. The spicy one. Do you agree with his choice to insist that he could see?
Honestly, no. I get why he did it. He did it, but denying it really just made things worse for her. If he just accepted it, his mom probably would not have had to expose him like that.
Okay, same. It's understandable, but not exactly smart. Boasting about something you are not even sure about is just asking for trouble.
Question 6. What are his strength and weakness?
Strength-wise, he's confident, he speaks his mind, and he's not afraid to make a claim out loud.
But that confidence is also his weakness, right? It turns into overconfidence, and he ends up looking even worse than if he just stayed quiet.
Yeah, a classic case of knowing you to stay humble.
Okay, next to question 7. How does he change from the beginning to the end of the story?
It's a short story, so the change isn't huge. But at the start, he is all confident, like, I can see. But by the end, his mom basically humbles him, He goes from boastful to exposed.
Even though the story doesn't show his reaction afterward, you can kind of imagine he is a little embarrassed, maybe a bit more humble going forward.
For sure. Questions 8. Which action of his had the biggest impact on the story?
Honestly, that first line, I'm sure I can see.
Hmm.
That one sentence is literally what kicks off the whole cast and the whole season.
Yeah. If he would just stay quiet, none of this would have happened. That one boss is the trigger for everything.
Okay, let's to question number 9. If you were the mole, what would you do for differently?
I think it's easy for me. I would not argue with my mom about something she clearly already knows about me. And I would just ask, okay, what can I do to get better at this instead of denying it?
Sam. Honestly, I think I just own it. Like, yeah, I can see well, but I'm good to other stuff. No need to overclaim.
And that leads perfectly into question 10. What's the lesson we can learn from the little guy's experience?
I mean, the story literally tells us at the end, boast of one thing and you'll be found lacking in that and a few other things as well.
Basically, don't oversell yourself because if you ever get tested, you might end up exposing more flaws than you start with.
It's such a short story, but it really hits different when you think about it. Like, how many times do we do this in real life? Pretend we good at something just to save face.
Way too many times. Honestly, that's it for today's episode, guys.
Thank you for hanging out with us on our open mic between Erin and Aminah. See you guys.
See you next
on our
time. Bye
Bye.
bye.